Motorsports tap into some of the most primal human instincts: speed, danger, skill, and the pursuit of perfection, and put them on full display in a way that's loud, visceral, and beautifully chaotic. And when we look at the types of motorsports out there appears to be a form of racing that is so insane that it's difficult to comprehend what's actually taking place. We're talking about motorcycle racing, specifically superbikes.
Superbikes.
Superbike racing emerged from a California production series that the American Motorcyclist Association, also called AMA, had adopted. This was intended as an alternative to the Grand Prix-style racing that dominated the scene at the time. The initial Superbike production races featured modified versions of road-going motorcycles, focusing on a more accessible and production-based approach to racing. The popularity of this category grew, leading the AMA to officially make it a championship class. The Superbike World Championship was established in 1988, building upon the success of the American Superbike production races and other production-based racing events. The organization's Superbike racing is a global motorsport where riders compete on closed circuits using these race-modified production bikes. The World Superbike Championship, which has various regions like British Superbike, Moto America Superbike, and Australian Superbike. And today, the Superbike World Championship consists of 26 events. Each round has 2 full-length races and from 2019, an additional 10-lap sprint race known as the Super Pole race. The results of all 3 races are combined to determine 3 annual World Championships, one for riders, one for manufacturers, and, as of 2024, a Teams World Championship. Unlike MotoGP bikes, which are prototypes and not street legal, superbikes are based on real, mass-produced motorcycles you can find at a dealership. Think Yamaha, Ducati, Kawasaki, Honda, or BMW. These bikes are homologated, meaning manufacturers must sell a minimum number to the public to qualify them for racing. But while they start as production machines, race-spec superbikes are anything but stock. They tune the engines for more horsepower, usually up to 230 plus. They use lightweight parts like carbon fiber and magnesium. Of course, upgraded racing suspension and brakes and big old slick tires which have no tread for maximum grip. They also utilize race electronics like limited traction control, wheelie control, and quick shifters. Despite these mods, they still maintain the basic frame and silhouette of the street bike. Let's take a look at the numbers. Superbikes are capable of going 0 to 100 kilometers an hour or 0 to 60 miles per hour in approximately 3 seconds. They reach top speeds over 320 kilometers an hour or 200 miles per hour. The bikes are leaning over at around 60 degrees in corners. All of this without the advanced aerodynamic aids of MotoGP like active wings or ride height devices, so riders do a lot more with a lot less help. Superbike racing doesn't have the big dollar glamour of Formula One, Le Mans and NASCAR. There's less money, less spotlight, but the danger is higher and the respect runs deeper. They do it because they love it, not because they're getting rich or famous. It's passion first, pain second. Most race car drivers sit inside a reinforced carbon fiber shell surrounded by crash structures, roll cages, and airbags. Superbike riders, they're wrapped in leather. When they crash, there's nothing between them and the asphalt. They slide, tumble, and sometimes ragdoll at 200+ km/h with no buffer but their own body. That's real, that's terrifying, and they do it knowing full well that one mistake can end their career or their life. Imagine trying to hit your marks and push your lap time to the limit knowing the risks. That's a different level of focus. Driving a car at high speed is mentally intense, but riding a superbike is mentally and physically exhausting. Riders wrestle with a 200+ horsepower machine using their entire body, which makes it the most physical form of motorsport. Hanging off the side in corners, sliding the rear on corner exit, balancing the front under braking, keeping the throttle pinned while the front wheel lifts at 300 km/h. It's not sitting and steering, it's fighting a beast with your legs, arms, core, and instincts, lap after lap. Imagine racing elbow to elbow, inches from other riders at ridiculously high speeds, with your knee on the ground and your heart trying to burst out of your chest. That's the level of focus it takes. There's no radio chatter, no pit lane strategy, no refueling games. It's you, the machine, and the guy trying to pass you with his front tire brushing your leg. You need ice in your veins and fire in your soul. World Superbike Championship represents one of the most exciting and competitive series with decades of history behind them. Some riders have left an indelible imprint on the sport, becoming true symbols of excellence, passion, and dedication. Guys like Carl Fogarty, with 4 World Superbike titles under his belt. Carl Fogarty, also known by the nickname The King, is a true legend. Known for his aggressive driving style and his will to win, Foggy not only won 4 world titles, 1994, 1995, 1998, 1999, but also holds a record of 59 race wins. Among his countless victories, he's achieved a Formula One Cup and even the 1990 Senior TT on the Isle of Man. The Irishman, Jonathan Rea. He has a record number of 6 consecutive world titles from 2015 to 2020, making him the most successful rider in the history of the championship. He has won the most titles, the most races, stood on the podium the most times, scoring the most points, and set the most fastest laps. A true ruler. Troy Bayliss, in addition to his 3 world titles, is one of only 2 riders in history to win races in both World Superbike and MotoGP in the same season. The Australians returned to SBK racing in 2006 after a year in MotoGP, and winning the championship made him a legend of the sport. Noriyuki Haga, also known as Nitro Nori, is loved by fans for his spectacular riding style, often doing more with less equipment. Although never winning the world title, Haga finished 3 times as runner-up in 2000, 2007 and 2009. Doug Poland. Doug Poland was a dominator of the 1990s, winning world titles in 1991 and 1992. 1992 on Ducati, Poland established the record of 17 wins in the 1991 season, a record that has remained unbeaten for many years, as well as that of fastest race laps. He was known for his immaculate preparation and maintenance. Troy Corser, nicknamed Mr. Superpole for his incredible ability to achieve record times in qualifying, is another name that has made Superbike history. With 2 world titles and a long and fruitful career, Corser stands out for his smooth riding technique and elegance on the track, elements that have made him one of the most respected riders in the paddock and beloved by the fans. Colin Edwards, known as the Texas Tornado, Colin Edwards won 2 SBK world titles in 2000 and 2002, and in 1999 and 2001 he was second, always riding his Honda, demonstrating outstanding form over the 4-year period. He then switched fairly successfully to MotoGP, achieving 7 podiums in his career. Raymond Roche. Raymond Roche was the first Frenchman to win the World Superbike title. His victory paved the way for many French talents in international motorcycle racing. Roche's triumph in 1990 marked a historic moment for the league and showed that talent and determination can lead to success, even against better-ranked opponents. Ben Spies. In his rookie year in 2009, Spies won the championship with 14 race wins, setting a new standard for rookies. His ability to move quickly from American racing to dominating World Superbike has amazed the racing world, earning him the nickname Elbows for his unique cornering style. There's a whole other list of wildly talented superbike racers, a group of guys who chose to take their talents from the smooth, prepared racetrack circuits to the streets of the Isle of Man. These guys are really something else. Michael Dunlop, who holds the record for the most wins with 29 victories. Joey Dunlop, a legendary figure with 26 wins. John McGuinness, known for his impressive record of 23 wins. Ian Hutchinson, a 16-time winner with a notable career. Mike Hailwood, another legendary figure with 14 wins. Peter Hickman, a rising star with 14 wins. Bruce Anstey reached 12 wins during his racing career. Isle of Man TT, the ultimate test of skill and courage. No track in the world commands as much respect as the Isle of Man TT. This 37.73-mile course weaves through villages, mountain roads, and countryside, making it one of the most dangerous races in history. Since 1907, the Isle of Man TT has been the ultimate test of bravery, with speeds exceeding 130 miles per hour on public roads lined with stone walls and lampposts. Many men and even a few women have conquered this beast, but even the best riders know this race takes no prisoners. Between 1907 and 2023, there were 269 fatalities. In 2022, there were 6 fatalities alone, making it the second deadliest year in the event's history in the last 52 years. And yet these maniacs still show up every year, ready for battle. Riders do think about the friends they've lost. It's not fearlessness, it's dominion over fear. The best racers channel their nerves into clarity. Pre-race rituals, breathing, visualization, it's all part of building a mindset where the bike becomes an extension of the body and doubt can't creep in. Crashes are inevitable, and when that time comes, they don't erase the trauma. They just override it. The truth is, the two-wheel guys truly are a different level of insane, but like most professionals, the risk is just part of the job, part of the lifestyle. Many of these racers, if not all of them, wouldn't be able to survive a normal 9-to-5 job. They need the thrill of the speed to keep them grounded. Motorcycle riders are human in the most visceral way. You see their eyes through the visor. You see their pain when they limp away from a crash. You see the tension in their bodies as they lean into corners. They don't just race, they risk with everything on the line every single lap. So to all those badass race car drivers out there who think their racetrack is too rough or the risk is too high, just remember, There's a bunch of psychos out there going elbow to elbow, 200 mile an hour on darn motorcycles. So we salute you, crazy SOBs, and thank you for your bravery. Good luck and Godspeed.